Every 48 seconds, a driver breaks down over a problem that costs less than €5 to prevent. Across the next 18 minutes, you'll pocket 21 field-tested car hacks that slash repair bills, avert roadside chaos, and the last tips can yank you out of danger when everything else fails. What's the tiniest fix that's ever saved you a giant headache on the road? Drop it below while you count how many of today's hacks earn a spot in your toolkit. Hack number 1. Seasons mark tire pressure. How does a rubber donut keep you alive when the weather yo-yos from blistering asphalt to black ice mornings? Every 10 degrees Fahrenheit swing steals or gives roughly 1 psi, and that tiny blip shifts your braking distance by a full car length at highway speed enough to turn a near miss into a headline. Drop the romance with the sidewall numbers. Your door jam sticker is summer-only guidance, calibrated for 70 degrees Fahrenheit test labs, not January sleet. Bump each tire 3 to 5 psi above the label once the thermometer dives, then bleed it back in spring. You'll claw back up to 3% fuel efficiency while adding 9,000 extra miles of tread life. Check pressures cold, use a digital gauge, and re-verify after the first real cold snap. Grip equals survival. Hack number 2. Slow flow refueling. Think of your fuel system as an espresso rig. Push the pump to hard and you whip a frothy mess that starves the engine's coffee before it reaches the injectors. Slamming gasoline at maximum trigger speed forms bubbles that trick the nozzle into premature shutoff. Spill raw fuel onto paint and send vapor back into the evap canister where repairs start at $30 and can rocket to $600 instead. Treat each fill-up like a 3-stage pour-over, up to 1/4 tank. Pause 30 seconds. Halfway, pause again, final top off slow and steady. This ritual lets phone collapse, nets up to 1.3 bonus gallons, and keeps filters and pumps healthy years longer. Savings compound every visit quietly. Hack number 3. Thermal flow cool down. Picture sliding into a parked car that's hit 160 degrees Fahrenheit hotter than a medium rare steak while your sunglasses fog and the seatbelt buckle brands your thigh. Your instinct screams max AC, yet that merely blasts furnace air straight into your face and makes the compressor sweat bullets. Instead, roll down the downsun windows, swing the opposite front door like a giant fan 5 times to pull a vacuum. Then fire the AC on full cold with vents aimed at the footwells. Hot air rises, cool sinks, physics does the rest. Drive off with windows cracked until cabin temp equalizes, switch to recirc, and redirect vents upward to keep chilled air cycling. 2 minutes, 20 degrees instant relief. Hack number 4. Crack window heat shield. Ever gripped a steering wheel so hot you had to let go? On a 100 degrees Fahrenheit day, a dark wheel can soar past 200 degrees Fahrenheit hot enough for second-degree burns because trapped air works like a greenhouse, magnifying heat against every surface you touch. The fix takes 5 seconds. Leave each front window open. A finger's width before you walk away. That sliver becomes a chimney that bleeds scorching air while cooler ambient flow seeps in, dropping cockpit time by as much as 30 degrees Fahrenheit and sparing leather, dashboards, and your hands. Pair the crack with a reflective sunshade and you cut heat buildup nearly in half. Simple gap, massive payoff. Cool hands drive safer. Hack number 5. Cooking spray ice armor. If winter sticks your doors shut, blame microscopic water beads that creep into rubber weather seals and freeze solid overnight, bonding door to frame like epoxy. Here's the curveball. A light mist of ordinary kitchen cooking spray, yes, the one you hit frying pans with, creates a hydrophobic film that water can't cling to. Spray the seals, hinges, and latch faces, then wipe off the excess so nothing feels greasy. The invisible barrier lasts several weeks of freeze-thaw torture and costs pennies compared with silicone-based sealants. No more shattered credit cards or scalding kettle water to break free in the morning rush. Prevent the freeze. Skip the struggle. Hack number 6. Sanitizer lock thaw. Picture hustling to work while snow needles your face, only to find the key slot encased in ice thicker than your patience. Reach into the glove box or pocket for hand sanitizer, that high alcohol gel you've toted since 2020. A single dab on the key shaft, Another prop squeezed directly into the keyhole, and the ethanol starts melting ice crystals at contact, seeping into tumblers without cracking glass or warping plastic like boiling water can. Work the key gently. Within seconds, the mechanism frees, and a quick wipe prevents refreeze. Store a travel-size bottle in each coat and console dual duty for hygiene and hardware. Alcohol defeats ice fast. Hack number 7, potato anti-fog shield. Ever watched the world disappear behind milky glass just as traffic lights turn amber? Fog steals visibility instantly. Condensation forms when warm cabin air collides with a cold pane, scattering headlights into a blinding halo that triples reaction time. World War II Russian pilots solved it with farm fridge science. Cut a raw potato, rub the wet surface over every side and rear window, then buff dry. The starch leaves a microscopic film that absorbs vapor before droplets form, lasting for to 5 weeks even through repeated defroster blasts. Skip pricey sprays that streak and smear. A 40-cent spud keeps peripheral vision razor sharp on damp dawn commutes. Clear windows, clear decisions. Hack number 8, fuel gauge arrow decoder. Cue the gas station shuffle. You nose up to the pump, realize the filler neck sits opposite, and crane out of the window while drivers behind roll their eyes. Knowledge beats awkward pump maneuvers. That tiny arrow beside the pumped icon nor the nozzle handle on older dials points directly to your tank door. It's built for rental fleets, but saves private owners to minutes per fill, slashes hose kinks that scratch paint, and prevents you draping a fuel line across hot exhaust. Next time you swap cars on vacation, glance down once and glide to the correct side like you've owned it for years. Confidence costs nothing. Hack number 9, nail polish scratch fix. Picture spotting a hairline scratch snaking across your door just after you'd sworn the paint was flawless. Rust never sleeps. Left exposed, that thin cut becomes a swollen scar as oxygen feasts on bare metal beneath the clear coat. Head to the cosmetics aisle, not the body shop. Find a polish shade that disappears against your paint in natural light. Wash the wound, dab a thin layer, let it flash dry, then buff gently with a microfiber pad. Nitrocellulose binds to the factory. Clear, sealing against salt and moisture for months until you decide on a proper respray. Cost under €5, pride preserved, wallet intact. Hack number 10, clear polished chip patch. A single pebble hurled up at 70 miles per hour smacks your windshield like a micrometeor, leaving a star-shaped chip that spider webs the moment hot defrost. Air meets winter glass. Insurance might cover it after a premium hike, yet a €5 bottle of clear nail polish buys priceless time. Nitrocellulose seeps into fissures, bonds to the silica, and cures into a flexible seal that blocks moisture, dirt, and freeze expansion stresses that turn chips into cracks. Clean the crater with alcohol. Dot polish along every radial line until it pulls flush, then park in the sun for 30 minutes to bake it firm. The patch withstands wiper blades, pressure washers, and daily vibration for up to 6 months long, enough to schedule a proper resin injection at your convenience. Tiny bottle, huge savings. Hack number 11, pull noodle door guard. Slam a door in a cluttered garage and you'll hear to sickening notes, painted metal crunching drywall, and your inner accountant sobbing softly. Replace that angst with a €2 pull noodle in 5 minutes. Slice it lengthwise, anchor it to the wall at door edge height with to drywall screws or heavy-duty tape, and let the closed cell foam swallow every overzealous swing, whether from gym day enthusiasm or a child auditioning for Thor. The curved profile diffuses impact energy, preventing paint chips on both sides and leaving your masonry intact. Bonus, neon colors act as visual alignment aids when reversing into the bay, guiding you like runway edge lights. Install one for each door and you've future-proofed countless hurried school runs. Foam beats fractures. Quick pit stop. If one of the first 11 hacks already sparked an aha moment, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. Fresh, road-saving tricks drop here every week. Make sure you're in the driver's seat when they do. Hack number 12, tennis ball parking stop. Threading into a cramped garage feels like docking the International Space Station without thrusters. Miss by an inch and fenders kiss concrete. Suspend an old tennis ball from the ceiling so it brushes your windshield exactly where you want the car to hold. Precision engineered by adjusting knot length. The fluorescent felt glows under headlights, giving instant feedback even at night, while the soft sphere cushions contact, eliminating panic braking and bumper taps. Measure once, drive carefree forever. The moment the ball taps glass, feet off pedals, unlike laser guides that need power or pricey ultrasonic sensors, this solution laughs at power outages and costs less than your morning latte. Stop on a dime every time. Hack number 13, toothpaste headlight polish. Night driving with hazy lenses is like sprinting through fog with sunglasses on. Visibility can plunge by 30%. Yet replacements start at €700 a pair. The culprit is oxidized plastic scattering light in every direction. Grab plain white toothpaste baking soda varieties, bite harder plus a damp microfiber cloth. After a quick wash, massage the paste in tight concentric circles for 3 patient minutes per lamp. The mild abrasive scrubs away the chalky layer while detergents lift grime. Rinse, dry, then buff with a clean towel until you feel the surface squeak. Finish with a UV protective wax to delay re-yellowing. Headlights gleam, beams sharpen, and you pocket enough cash for a weekend getaway. See further, spend less, hack. Number 14, cupcake liner Q folders. Ever taken a highway curve only to feel scalding latte splash onto your shifter? Most factory Q folders are one-size-fits-all cavities that breed crumbs, sticky rings, and coffee stains you'll scrub forever. Slip a silicone cupcake liner heat-proof, flexible, dishwasher-safe into each holder and instant order reigns. The fluted walls grip everything from espresso shots to jumbo water bottles. The base catches condensation, and cleanup is a one-swipe affair. Pop liners out on picnic days as snack bowls for kids, then wash and redeploy. They'll outlive the car. €10 buys a dozen, turning your console into a modular barista station that never leaks. Mess contained, sanity preserved. Hack number 15, citrus scent alertness boost. Picture the post-lunch slump on a monotone motorway. The lane lines blur, eyelids brick. Before caffeine even reaches your bloodstream, a quick peel of a fresh orange can jolt your limbic system awake. Laboratory scans show citrus terpenes spike neural activity tied to alertness within seconds, while the act of peeling forces hand-eye engagement, snapping you out of autopilot. Keep a zip bag of lemon or orange peels in the door pocket, or add 3 drops of food-grade citrus oil to a cotton pad clipped to an air vent. Inhale deeply every 20 minutes on long hauls to maintain the lift, then let coffee handle the sustained boost. Road hypnosis evaporates. Stay sharp. Arrive safe. Hack number 16, DIY EQ reset. Your car's brain can forget its own body after a major repair. Confusing sensor inputs and firing the wrong fuel air mix like a chef following last night's menu. Sudden rough idle, erratic shifts, or mystery warning lights often trace back to corrupted adaptive date not failing hardware. A €40 OBD2 scanner plugged beneath the dashboard lets you scroll to ECU reset, clear learned values, and force the computer to relearn from scratch during the next 50 kilometers of mixed driving. No scanner? Disconnect both battery terminals, clamp them together for 60 seconds to drain capacitors, then reconnect and idle 10 minutes. The procedure costs minutes, yet mechanics routinely bill an hour for the same keystroke. Reboot, then relearn. Hack number 17, penny test tread check. When was the last time you looked Abraham Lincoln in the eye sideways? Slip a 1-cent coin headfirst into the deepest groove. If you still see the top of his hair, tread has dipped below the legal to 32-inch threshold, and wet braking distance has doubled. Prefer Washington. A U.S. quarter gives the same verdict at for 32-inch ideal for pre-winter caution. Rotate the test across inner, center, and outer ribs. Uneven where signals alignment or pressure woes you can fix before chewing through for €100 worth of rubber. Check monthly, especially before long trips, and log the results in your phone so degradation trends don't surprise you. Good tread saves lives. Hack number 18, paper towel oil test. engine oil gossips if you let it sprawl across a white sheet. After a 5-minute warm-up, touch the dipstick to a paper towel and let the twin rings blossom for 2 hours in a warm spot. A crisp outer halo with a honey amber core means detergents are still suspending, so keep driving. Ragged edges reveal water contamination, time for a coolant leak check. A blackened center bordered by metallic glints screams overdue change and accelerating bearing wear. This fingertip lab costs zero, yet it forecasts for €1,000 engine failures months in advance. Pair results with mileage notes and you'll tailor oil intervals to your exact driving, not a sticker's guess. Read the blot, save the block. Hack number 19. Shift override neutral move. Stalled at a traffic light with a battery flatter than yesterday's cola and an angry horn chorus behind you. What now? Most automatics hide a pinhole shift lock. Released beside the shifter, designed for tow truck operators but forgotten by owners. Pop the plastic cap with a key, press the button beneath, and glide the lever into neutral without electrical power or brake pedal input. Two helpers can now push the car out of harm's way, sparing bumpers, tempers, and potential tickets. Replace the cap, recharge, or jumpstart, and you're mobile again with zero tow thieves. Know the spot before you need it. Preparation prevents panic. Hack number 20. Pull noodle seat tilt. Nothing derails a family road trip faster than a child turning green in the rear seat. Motion sickness strikes when in rear signals and visual cues disagree. Slide a foam pull noodle lower pipe insulation under the front edge of a forward-facing car seat to tilt it upward 3 degrees. That tiny angle lets kids see the road ahead, synchronizing eyes and equilibrium while still meeting safety belt geometry. Nausea fades, cleanup supplies stay untouched, and the noodle costs less than antiemetic gum. For adults, chewing a bay leaf works in a pinch. Comfort equals quiet miles. Hack number 21. Floor mat traction rescue. Whiteout snow, spinning wheels, zero cell signal. The roadside nightmare begins with lost traction, not broken parts. Strip a rubber floor mat from the cabin, jam its textured side tightly beneath the drive tire in your intended direction, and feather the throttle. The mat's ribs bite like improvised snow chains, converting wheel spin into decisive crawl until momentum returns. Retrieve the mat, repeat if necessary, and re-enter traffic before frostbite or oncoming plows become threats. Cloth mats work too, though they may sacrifice themselves in the process. Ingenuity beats immobility. You've just loaded your glove box with 21 road-saving hacks, smarter pressures, cleaner fuel, cooler cabins, rust-proof touches, even a life-or-death traction trick. Lock these moves in now because the highway never schedules its surprises. Ready for the next upgrade? Tap the follow-up video queued beside this one to uncover the hidden dashboard buttons and secret menus your car's been hiding in plain sight. They're easier to use than you think, and some can shave hours off your next road trip. Keep learning, keep rolling. Not professional advice. Consult a qualified expert when in doubt.